Hello everybody, this is Terry from Allen Art and Design. Hope everybody's having a great day. I wanted to come back on because I was looking through my Nautical Journal, and I was also, going through some things that I had, and I actually found a few more things I'd like to put in this journal. I'm really loving this journal. It's probably one of my favorites so far. I did go ahead and I added this little anchor. Oops. There's like probably some tissue when I was pushing it down. I just thought it was pretty because it's sparkly, and I love that. And there's also sparkle in the water on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this up. Let me move my glue aside. And I'll show you what I have. I was going, sorry for the glare. I was going through the bag that I had taken to Niagara Falls, and I found this book. It's about Niagara Falls. And my husband and I always bring magazines and books and things when we go on a car trip. So we went through this book on the way up to Niagara Falls, well, up to New York and then Niagara Falls. And it was a long ride. So this book came in really handy. So what I did was I went ahead and I cut the front page out of it because there was something on it that I wanted to use. Let me show you what it was. And these are just some little things that I've found that I want to include in the book. But I saw this beautiful image on that page. There goes my glue stick. And then I also found some beautiful backing paper. Sorry, I've got kitty hair all over the place. My cat Louie, his hair's everywhere. I love seafoam green, so I have some of this. And then I have some more of this. So I'm going to be using these colors. And I found some navy blue, which I thought was nice to frame out the words that I want to use. And then I also have these stickers. They're gold raised stickers. And I found out that the word autocollants, it's French for stickers, just so in case anybody wants to know. But I thought those would be nice to add in at the end. But I have my pen holder here, but it turns out I need to take my pen out whenever I'm working in the book so that the book will lay flatter. Oh, I just noticed this. Let's go ahead and funny, the different types of lighting that you use when you're working show different types of things that you didn't see before. But this is just, let's see if this is even going to work. I should have brought in here. I'm actually in my bedroom filming tonight because my husband is in the other room, and he's right next to my craft room, and he's got some music going, and it's Friday night and I want him to enjoy his music on the TV. So I don't want to interfere with what he does, and he doesn't want to interfere with what I do. So let me see if I might need to take a pin and put it in the top just to loosen that glue up a little bit. Then I'll just put that up there to dry. I hope that doesn't stick to it. Maybe I'll just put it over here. Okay, so let's see. I just want to put a little bit of art glitter glue under there. This is the washi tape that I used, and I did put glue stick, but I guess because this is opening closing, this is, where it's going to be opening and closing all the time. It's coming up. I can see that. And like I've said with all my books, if something comes up, just get some glue and glue it back down. It's not a big deal. It needs a little bit more right there, and only just a tiny bit. It doesn't need a lot. And I'll just wipe it with a dry cloth That'll pick up any excess that comes out. And, you know, this is not perfect. You know, it's my book and I'm fine with that. But I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see where I wanted to put some things. I went through the book, again, like I've done before, and I put things in places where I want them to be. This is a pamphlet that we got down at Plymouth Harbor, and it's for one of these, it's like a riverboat, and they go around Plymouth Harbor, and they do a sunset cruise. We want to go next summer and see that, or do that. So I want to keep this in here to remind me that that's one of the things we want to do next summer. So I think we're good with this. We're going to go ahead here. I just tucked it in underneath. Let me move this over. Hopefully you can see. So I'm going to trim this up. So all I brought in here today, or all I have in here tonight is, I'm doing this in the evening. It's quiet. Like I said, my husband is listening to music, and I just feel like working on this book and finishing it. I'm going to have to get my glue stick. Excuse me for a second. I dropped it on the floor, as usual. One thing I don't have in here is my glue book. So I'm just going to reach over to my printer. Oops, sorry, I just bumped the whole desk. Just going to reach over to my printer and go ahead. I just found this cute little, I went through some, my husband had some things in his bathroom that he was reading. And there were a lot of, like, you know, little things like this that I cut out of his fishing books. And when he goes to Maine a few times a year fishing with his friends, and he gets a lot of those. He stops at the rest area and he grabs some of those fishing books that they have. And it has all kinds of great stuff. Look at, I found the word Massachusetts. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that up. I love that. I remember as a kid trying to learn how to spell Massachusetts. It was not easy. Took quite a while to learn. But once you got it, you got it. So, thinking that might be nice. Let's see. Not sure where I want that yet. So let's just go ahead and see where I put things. This. I don't like this lighthouse. It's tropical. It's like a Florida lighthouse. And this is a book about New England. So that's going bye-bye. And I think I'm just going to turn this into a belly band. And that's easy enough to do because all you have to do. And this is a book. This is a page out of a recipe book. When my brother came from Arizona this summer, we went to a lighthouse because he said he had never been to the Cape. And Kevin and I were like, no, you've got to go to the Cape. So we're going, and we're going for the day. And we did. We went to a beautiful lighthouse. And he bought me a recipe book in the gift shop. And this, I cut some of the pages out of it because it was beautiful. I didn't cut any of the recipes out because I want the book. I still want it as a recipe book, but I loved some of the pictures. And you can't even tell that I cut anything out of it. I left enough in there where you can't even tell. Now this is a little bit wonky because of this washi tape. Even though this is straight, it looks crooked because the washi tape is crooked. But you know what? It's okay. I'm fine with that. So the belly, a belly band, you just have to do the top and the bottom. So that's nice. We can just tuck something in. Let's see if I have anything over here. I have another one of these flyers, so I'll just stick it in here just to give you an example of what you can put in there. So that page is great. This page looks good. I'm not sure where I wanted to put Massachusetts, and I don't think it was on this page. I think it was on a page with a map about Massachusetts. So we'll find a place for that. Here we go with the whale watching pamphlet that they give you. And this was the boat that we went on, and we went on a fantastic whale watch at Plymouth Harbor. I totally loved it. And we'll probably go maybe every few years or so. And it's so convenient. It's like 15, 20 minutes from our house, and you can pay to park all day and just get on the boat and go see some whales and then come back and have a nice seafood lunch. So we really, really enjoy living this close to Plymouth Harbor. It's wonderful. We love it. What did I do with my my glue page? I'm not sure what I did with it. Strange. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm going to be gluing right here anyway, so I thought this was a beautiful picture. I don't know if you can see that, but I love that. All right, I'm going to add that because I love it. Look at that crab on the back. That's pretty cool. I found one of those flyers that my husband had in his bathroom. He had 3 or 4 of them. I just sat in the Saturday morning. I like to get a cup of coffee and watch some YouTube videos and cut things out, fussy cut and things like that. And I found a bunch of more things for my nautical journal. So I'm like, hey, I'm just going to put them in just because I love them. Don't need any other excuse. And I think I like this little guy. Not sure if I like him on that page. I feel like I could use a little word here. So if I come across a small word, I'll put it there because that looks like it could use a word. Okay, so here, again, this is the picture of my husband and I when we went to Captain John's Whale Watch 2023, Plymouth Harbor, and we had a great time. I just loved it. And I got some beautiful pictures. So I just have to print out my pictures. I print my pictures out at CVS. You can just send them up from your phone, and they'll print them out like in an hour, which is awesome. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. It's just a little lighthouse that I found in one of those flyers that my husband had. And I just like the look of it. So I'm going to put it down here. Right there. Love that. I just love the nautical theme. I really, really love it. I'm thinking one of these crabs might be nice there. I think the blue one, because the blue goes with the blue here. So we can go ahead and just glue it in the spot where it's going to go, especially since I've lost my glue page already. I just started and I've already lost my glue page. I don't know how that happened, but it happens. It's okay. Just keep moving on. So that looks great. You know, I know I'm gilding the lily. The book really is kind of done, but here I go, putting more stuff in. I feel like, is that coming up? No, it's fine. Oh, I put a crab here because I think I want, there's a blank spot right there that could use a crab. So I cut, there was like 5 or 6 crabs on this one page, and it had all the descriptions of them and this and that. All I wanted was the pictures of them because I just think they looked great in here. I still feel like I could put something here, but not sure what yet. So let's see. And, you know, when I print my pictures out and I start writing in here, I may just put a picture on there. I don't have to put anything else on there. Or I can put some pictures in here. Or put a picture there and then write about whatever it was right there. And then I have this, which I thought was nice. This is a lighthouse. I believe that this lighthouse is in Maine. But it doesn't matter. It's still New England. Oh, here's my... there's my glue page right there. So let's see if I can put it somewhere where I can get at it. That would be nice. Okay, so this obviously, I just cut it out, and I knew I was going to have to trim it up later. So we'll just go ahead and trim this. And I know I've been to this lighthouse. My husband and I have been here. My brother, my oldest brother, lived in Maine for, many, many years. And they had a few different houses when they lived in Maine. And they also had a cabin on a lake. Or it was a pond, but it was so big that it looked like a lake. But we used to go up there all the time in the summer. We went there even when we were first dating. We went up, but then after that, we used to bring our children up there, and they loved it up there. Lots of fun on the water, and we enjoyed ourselves up there. They just recently sold it, and they had moved. They were doing the snowbird thing, and they went to Florida, and they'd come up to Maine for a couple of months in the best weather. And then they'd go back to Florida. But now they've just recently gotten out of Florida. And I think because of what's been going on right now with these storms, they're happy to be out of there. And Florida's become a very expensive place to live. And a lot of people thought they were going to retire down there and have no worries. And guess what? Every year it gets more and more expensive. And the weather continues to get, worse. So people are leaving Florida in droves. So that looks nice. Let's see. This is Lake Ontario. This is a New York thing, but that's okay. I'm good with that. And we have my lighthouse here that's sideways, but I don't care. I love it. This is our middle spread. Got seabirds there. These are illustrations of wood carvings of seabirds. Beautiful. And here's an egg, too. That's beautiful. I just love this. Doesn't need anything. We've got Cape Cod here. Find what you love in New York. Yep. And here's a pocket so that we can put something in there later. All right. And then these, I thought this one would be great to put a photo on, and then you could write on the back. That one's nice. This pocket was open at one point. There was supposed to be two places to put things, right here in the front and then in here. But it looks like when I glued on the seaweed, I glued it all together. Doesn't really matter. And then this is pretty. It's just it's an envelope, but it has like a little beach scene on it. So that would be a great place to put a photo and then write, which is what I'll do. I will recycle them, reuse them. That's what I'm all about. I love to do that. And I think that this is one of my favorite junk journals that I've ever made. I just love this. And there's so much to look at in here, which is great. Oh, I did find that word fishing that I was looking for, and I did think it looks great right there. And let's see what we have here. I found a sailboat. And this is New York, and then there's a little lighthouse here. But I thought this would be nice to put on this page. Because some of these pages I covered with maps, but there's almost too much map. So I'm going to go ahead and, oops. This is just like a magazine image. And it doesn't have to be perfectly cut. I think that's nice. Because I do want you to still see the map behind it. But I'm going to take off some of this. We don't need that. Let's see if I can make that straight. There we go. So because we're gluing right here, I think I'm going to tuck it in a little bit, because if I don't, it's going to get caught when you put something in and out of there. So I have my glue page that I found again. We'll go ahead and we'll put our glue on there. Okay, and then I think I'll just add a little bit of art glitter glue. Boop, boop. Oops, that's coming out like crazy. So I think what I'll do is just use my finger and spread some of that out, because otherwise I'm going to have a big glob underneath, and that's not good. All right, so I'm going to tuck that under just a little bit right there. And that looks great. Got our little sailboat there. I have another crab. Oh, and I have the word sailing, which I thought this was great. I'll just fussy cut around it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's see. Let's get rid of this other yellow. This obviously I cut it from something else, and I don't care if you see a little bit of the yellow. There. I'll trim right here just a little bit more. There. So today is my birthday, and my daughter brought my granddaughter to visit me today, and we went down to Plymouth Harbor and we had lunch, and it was one of the weather was gorgeous. So we went down to the harbor and we parked, and then we walked around, found which restaurant we wanted to go to. I wanted to go somewhere where I haven't been before, because I've been to most of the restaurants down there, but this one I hadn't been to. And it was really good. We had a great time. The baby was wonderful. She's so good. Easy. She's an easy baby. You can take her anywhere. She doesn't fuss. As long as you give her something to play with and feed her, she is a happy little clam. So we had a lot of fun, and it made my day. And here we go. Again, let's see, Plymouth Cruises Lobster Tails. You can go out in Plymouth, and they'll take you out, and they catch lobsters, and that's really cool. We'll have to look into that too. There's so many different things to do down there. So we like to do like 1 or 2 things in a summer. We don't want to do everything all at once, obviously. So we want to save a few things to do. Nope, this is all set. Greater Niagara. That's that sky wheel that I want on the Canadian side. It was the biggest Ferris wheel I've ever been in my life, and I just loved it. And we got this kind of a photograph at the top. You can see both falls, the American side and the Canadian side. It was phenomenal. I see something here. So there's another one of those illustrations. I put a little seaweed there. Okay, this is a side tuck. And what did I put here? So this is a map of the right where I live. Let's see. There's Plymouth, Carver. I'm right in here. It's so small I can barely read it, but we are right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this. I'm going to tuck it under again like I did the other one so that it doesn't catch when you put it in and out. But let's see. I'm going to turn my paper inside out because it's getting sticky. I don't have a lot to put in. I just have some things that I found that I want to add. Excuse me, I'm going to have a little sip of my juice. I've got kiwi strawberry. Delicious. This is in the evening, by the way. Usually I get on in the morning and I have coffee, But I only drink coffee in the morning, because if I drink coffee late in the day, I can't sleep at night. So I don't want that to happen. So I kind of have it in the morning, and then after that I have other drinks that are not caffeinated. All right, so a little bit in the corner. This is a different glue bottle that I'm using too. I have a fine tipped glue bottle that I usually use. These big ones, you end up using a lot of glue. So, but let's just go ahead and I'm gonna tuck it under. The part that I want to see is over here. Oops. You know what? I can use this line on this paper as my guide. So I'm going to move it out a little bit. I'm going to line it right up with that line. And now I know that it's straight. Might have to, oops. I do have a burnisher in here, so guess what? I am going to burnish it down like I always do. Yeah. Whoa, there goes my glue. Excuse me for a second. All right, I didn't give myself enough room on the right side here because I'm right-handed and I'm knocking everything down. All right, so that looks good. And I have the word Kingston, but because it's so small and I can't even see where it is on the map, I'm going to go ahead and wait on that. If I had a magnifying glass, actually, I do have a magnifying glass. Hold on. I do have a magnifying glass, so I'm going to find out exactly where Kingston is. Plymouth, Carver, we're right next to... Oh, Kingston is right next to Plymouth on the water here. So our town has its own beach, and we are on the water. Kingston is on the water. We personally are not right on the water. We couldn't afford that. Not a lot of people can. Let's see. So I'm going to kind of fussy cut this so that it looks a little bit more. Yeah. So my daughter and I stopped in where I work, where I do my summer program and my school vacation weeks. We stopped into the office and we got to show them the baby, and oh, they were thrilled to see her. My daughter used to work with me at my program, but she had a baby, so she's busy with the baby right now. She may come back and work with me again. I don't know, but we'll have to wait until Gemma gets older. All right, so let me glue this down. I didn't even realize how close to the water we were until I looked on this map, but I'm going to put our town right on this paper because I just love the fact that we have moved so close to the water and we can go to the ocean anytime we want. It's wonderful. I also have my town seal, and I'm going to trim that out. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it looks neat, that's all I ever look for. I'm not striving for perfection. I don't even like the word perfect. I don't think anyone's perfect. I don't think anything is perfect. And I've said this before, but if you strive for perfection in anything, you're most likely going to spend a lot of your time disappointed because things, they never meet our expectations. Very rarely anyways. So if you're not always expecting everything to turn out just right, you know, go with the flow and try to enjoy your life without being stressed out about every little thing. I think I'll put it up here. Right up I love that. That's great. So that's our town seal. I've got our name there. That's exciting. I love that. Okay, and this is a little pocket. Yep. Okay, let's see. Okay, I found the word summer in one of those little books that my husband had in the bathroom. And he didn't want the books anymore. You know, he's like, you can just recycle those. And I'm, oh, I've got to harvest them first, and then I'll recycle them. I have a huge bin full of magazines that my daughter-in-law gave me, and ones that I've collected. And I've got to sit and I've got to go through and like harvest them for whatever I want out of them, and then get rid of them. They're sitting in my bedroom next to my bed in a big bin, and, you know, constantly tripping over it, but I'm always like, well, I better leave it there or I'll never get to it. And I don't get to it anyways. But I'm going to try to do like 5 magazines at a time. And that way, eventually, I will work my way through it, you know, just like anything else. Here's some more of those stickers that I'm going to go ahead at the end and go through the whole book and just stick them everywhere because I like them. All right, this is just going to go right here. I'm going to stand up so I can see if it's straight. Straight enough for me. Okay. Let's see what we got up here. Oh, that's just part of that. I'm going to leave it. Well, no, I'm going to snip it off. Yeah, I don't like it sticking up like that. There we go. Okay, so we're going to keep going. So I got my word summer there. I have this beautiful image that I'm going to go ahead. Oh boy, I am getting sticky already here. I'm afraid that that's going to stick to my page, so I'm going to go ahead and get another one. When that dries, I can use it again. But for now, let's fold it in half. That way I have 4 sides that I can use as a gluing area. Yeah, see, this came out of that one of those magazines that you get at a rest stop. Had all kinds of great stuff in it for this book. You know, these are all fishing ones that he got, and you know, there's all kinds of cool stuff in there about fish and about the water, and I love it. And it had a beautiful image. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Let's look and see if that's straight. That looks great. I'll just use this cloth to burnish it down. I just used glue stick on this because it's very thin. It's just from a magazine. If you use, you know, art glitter glue under it, you're going to see all these like bumps, and we don't need that. It's paper to paper. It's fine. Now, what else do we have here? I have a fish. Got to find a spot for that. Not there. Not there. Let's see. I love this technical page. Not going to do anything to that. What do we got here? Oh, I think I was going to put that there. I think I like that. So let's go ahead. Let's see. Oh, we didn't even get that gluey, so that's good. This, again, is just magazine paper. It only needs glue stick. And then we'll just go ahead, and I will have to stand up again so I can judge this. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be good enough for me. I love that. That looks great. I just love the colors all around the edge. And then we have this beautiful page, which I will not touch. It has that beautiful end paper from the Ocean Encyclopedia. And it's just, looks like water. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. And then we have our fishing boat. And I've actually been down by the ocean twice in 1 week. So this has been a a fantastic week for me. I've really enjoyed it because the weather's been so beautiful. Might as well take advantage of it while we can. And my heart goes out to all the people that have been affected by this storm. It's just been unbelievable. All right. So I'm going to put my little crab down here at an angle. I could put this one up there. That might be nice. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay. That's beautiful. I have no idea where I wanted this fish. I could put him inside the net. I think I will. I think he looks cute there. Obviously, it's a fishing net, so, why not put a fish inside the fishing net? I like it. It's a little silly, but that's okay. It's my book. I can be silly if I want to be. And you can too. If you make something, make it the way you want to make it. Nobody can tell you that it's right or wrong. It's your book. So this is the beauty of these types of projects. It's like you have, free reign, and you can do whatever you want in these books. You can put as much or as little as you want. Like I tend to, think I'm done with the book, and then I look, and next thing you know, I'm adding more. But I love it. I found a map. We probably got this when we went on that whale watch. It says, "Welcome to Plymouth, America's hometown. See Plymouth, Mass." And it's a map of Plymouth Harbor. And I kept it, and I'm glad I did, because guess what? It goes beautifully in here, and that's where it's going to stay. I love that. So there we go. That was easy. I do have a tendency to keep things, that's for sure. I mean, when we moved, oh my goodness, we had so much to get rid of, because we had an attic, we had a basement, we had a garage, and every single area in the house was filled to the brim. So we live in a 55 plus mobile home community now. We don't have that kind of room. I mean, we do have a walk-in master closet, which is full, but I've gone ahead and I've kept only the things that we want to keep. Everything else, I brought a whole bunch of stuff to a local consignment shop, and I was able to sell a ton of stuff, especially clothing that, like, I either only wore it once, or it still had the tags on it. I mean, it was ridiculous how much clothes I had. Now it's like I kept, I'm trying to think, maybe 10 outfits for each season. That's what they say. You only use 20% of what you have. I think this, I'm going to trim this out. I think that would look really nice. Well, first of all, let's use if you can use the edges that are already on the paper, then you know you're going to be straight. But if you start with a wonky one like that top one, the whole thing's going to be crooked. So, and it isn't going to be perfect, because I hand cut a lot of these things, and hand cutting is never perfect, but I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I think I love cutting. There's something about cutting and gluing, it brings us back to when we were children. And I just love it. And I spend a lot of time with my grandson. He's 3 years old, and he's learning how to use scissors, and he gets excited when he comes to my house because he can come to my craft room, and Nana lets him do crafts with her. And his mom told me the other day that he said, "I love to go to Nana's, and I love to do crafts with her." That really warmed my heart. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to turn him into a little crafter. And he loves it. He's like, always looking. I always have new things for him to do too. We want to keep him occupied, you know. And so I have a few more new things that I just got him. So I have a big dinosaur box, and I keep all of his special things in there. And of course, this is not straight, but you know, it's as straight as it's gonna get when you're hand cutting, so it's okay. I have a little cutter right next to me. And I don't know why I don't use it all the time, but I don't. I like cutting. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this onto this backing paper, and then I'm gonna glue it down. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, look at this girl, she caught a fish. All right, and this is just paper to paper, so you just need glue stick. And we're coming down to the end of the book, and I just don't want to stop working in this book. I love it so much. But after I'm done putting those gold stickers in, I am ready to order my photos and start writing in the book. I think I need to push that down because it's, yeah, there we go. Oh, looks like I have a little bit of extra glue on that paper. I do. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Let's see, this is getting sticky. Yeah, let's do this side. I think we're good. Like I said, we're coming down to the end of the book, so I'm not sure if I need to put extra glue on those stickers, or if I can, I think I can just glue them right down to the paper, and that they don't need a bunch of glue underneath them, because they are stickers already. All right, so let's see. Let me see what this map is. Newfoundland. Okay, this is a Canadian map. I still have this picture. Ugh, it's a little too big for that. Nope, I'm going to save that and use it somewhere else. We're just going to go ahead and put this on. I think I'll put it down. Doesn't have to be right in the middle. Yeah, and that way if I want to put a word across there, let's see what we have. This Niagara Falls is going with this picture right here. That's staying together. Oops, just dropped it. Oh, my goodness. I got the dropsies. So that can go over here. And let's see, what else do we have? Everything's sliding all over the place. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I know what I wanted. I think I'll just leave that one. I love that. These are two separate pages from the same book. This is the front cover page, and then this is inside. And I don't know why the front cover page is a lighter color than this, but it doesn't matter. I really love that because it's carving shorebirds with full-size patterns, and these are the patterns. And it even gives you dimensions and everything. Beautiful. And then here is that. This was a, like a little thing you hung on the wall that I got from Dollar Tree, and I photocopied it, and I glued it on, and it's the backing of that pocket. This pocket's pretty tight, but you can just slip like a piece of paper in there. You'll be fine, like this. Yep, it's still fine. All right, I'm going to move this over here so that it doesn't fall on the floor. I don't want to bend down anymore. All right, so this is the top of a lighthouse. And what that is there. Oh, I have a box of tissues right behind me. Where did I see that? Yeah, I could see there was some glue. All right, so then I have this little fish where I don't know where I wanted that. So we'll just leave that there. And here's another fish. I don't know what's with the fish. We'll just, those came out of those little magazines as well. So I'm sure I'll find a spot for them. But right now, here's another fish. So I'm thinking, ooh, that fish right there would be nice. So I think I'm going to trim him up. And then I'm going to put some dark blue paper behind him. See if I can trim him straight. Of course not. And then we'll go along here. Not too bad, but that's crooked. All right, that's pretty good. I'm going to gather up my pieces. I've got a trash barrel right next to me, so I can just drop it in. It looks like I wanted to put, yeah, because there's really nothing going on this page. I'm going to put that map down, and then I'm going to put this fish here. All right, let's do the fish first, because like I said, I want to trim him out in this pretty blue. It's like handmade paper. So, oh, there's two there. That's why it felt so thick. But that's pretty. I think that goes really nice together. This is a lot of blank space right there, so visually I need to fill that. And let's see if we can get that relatively straight. Of course, this side is crooked. Oh, yeah. I feel like, let's see. I think we can just use some glue stick on there. I think it's fine. I'll just put a lot on there. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty fish, isn't it? It's an illustration. I love illustrations. That's beautiful. All right, so that's going down. Now this is thicker paper, so I think that I could, I've got stuff stuck all over me here. I think that I can put some glue stick on there, but I'm also going to put a little bit of art glitter glue. Ooh, got a lot of glue right there. Yuck, too much. All right, so let's just a teeny drop in the corner. If I can get it to come out without, oops. It's dried up already. This glue dries super fast. Okay, and if you don't cover it like I should have covered it, it dries up and it clogs up quick. Okay, so this is going to go ahead right here. Love it. Let's see. Oh, got a little too much glue there. Oh, that'll dry, but that's crooked, so let's get it straight. All right. There we go. And that glue will dry clear. I'm not worried about it. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this, and like what I'll do again is I will tuck it inside a little bit so that it doesn't get caught up. Yeah, that looks nice. And this is, it looks like Boston Harbor. It is Boston Harbor. Let's see, am I going to be able to use this again? I think I might be able to get, actually, I think I can just, let's put this under there. I don't trust myself. I'm going to get glue everywhere. And this is just from a magazine. Again, you know, like, it's not even a magazine. It's that thin, like, almost like newsprint paper that came out of one of those magazines that you get at the rest stop. That's where a lot of this stuff came from. I went through all of those on last Saturday. Oh, maybe, no, last Sunday. Oops, I got a little glue on there. Yeah, and I went through that. Let me see if I can tuck this under like I wanted to do before. If I can just get that under a little bit. It's going to be tough because it's, let me stand up and do this. Gonna tuck that under there. Come on, can you do it? How about if I just slide it under? That might help. And now I can, it's because it's sticky with glue. It does, oh my gosh. Here we go. Let's get it under there before it dries. Quick, quick. Straighten it out. Push it under. Get that under there before it dries. Yeah. There we go. Whew. That was not easy. And look, it's straight on the side. I can't even believe that. Can't even believe it. It wouldn't have happened. I mean, if I had tried to make it straight after all that, it would not have happened. I feel like there's some glue right there. And this popped up a little bit when I was pulling on it. So I'm just going to go ahead, put a little bit of glue right there. And then I'll press it down. And then as the glue comes out, this tissue will pick it up. Beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me. Oh, my voice is cracking. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit more of my juice. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't know what I'm going to do with these little fish. I'm just going to put those off to the side. Let's take a look at what's happening now. I love this. That looks really good. See, it's starting to dry already. You're not even going to see that. Because glue stick dries clear. So you got a little time to wipe it up, and then it'll dry. It'll be clear. You won't see it. Okay. Right here's a little bit. Okay. Got to be careful. You don't want to wet this stuff too much because it's very thin paper. All right. So we got here, let's see. Oh, seafood. That's going to go with this. Okay. Just going to trim that up. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just do the best we can. I mean, if I'm happy with it, that's all that really matters. Seafood, which we just had today. We had some more scallops. I've got a thing about scallops. I love them. All right. And I thought that could, let's go right there. Let's get our glue page. It is getting gluey, but there's still spots on here that I can use. I'm going to use as much of it as I can. My glue stick is getting clumpy. Excuse me. Allergies still. Oh, I think they're never going to end this year. All right, so let's just put that right there. Love that. That also came out of one of those books. This paper, or picture, I should say, came out of that recipe book that my brother bought me when we went to the lighthouse. And I just cut out pictures and words, but not enough so that you really can notice. You can't even tell that I took anything out of that book. And here we go with another beautiful ocean picture. But I think this one I'm going to frame it out. I'm not sure if I want that or if I want this. Let's see. It's too dark. So we're going to go with this, and I'm going to try to use the straight edge again, like I said before. And just go ahead and do the best you can to cut it and get it to look straight. This paper actually came in a paper pack that a woman had given me at a yard sale. It was for a baby book, but when I saw that paper, I'm like, oh, that's going in my Nautical Journal. Thank you. Because I love that color. And I had run out of that color when I was doing the book. So, yeah, that's sticky. looks like you can probably do it right here. I'm afraid that if I put it on top of something, it might get gluey. So we'll just do it right here where we're gonna glue. Hope you can see this. All right, so this again is just magazine, so it's gonna go straight on here. Try to make it even the best you can. I think it can come over just a teeny bit. Oops, there. That's good. Oh, I got a little air bubble there. Uh-oh. Gonna have to maybe have too much glue. There we go. Beautiful. So now I'm gonna have to trim that just a teeny bit, I think. Not much, just a little on the top. Oh yeah, there we go. Still crooked, but we'll fix it. Come on. That's fine. I have got glue everywhere. I don't have any wipes in here. Oh no. That's okay. Actually, it's not true. Let's see. I have a cabinet, a blanket chest in here, and I keep baby wipes in there. Oops, I bumped you again, sorry. This desk is not as heavy as the one in my craft room, so. But I keep diapers and wipes in my blanket chest for when I have to, you know, change the grandkids. So I do have some in here, thankfully. And it looks like I have a few more words and a cute little whale that I'd love to find a spot for. Okay, so this is ready to go, if I think it is. Ugh, this paper. Okay, gotta get another one. Yeah, I should have grabbed my glue book, and I didn't. I apologize. But this is kind of impromptu. I wasn't even planning on doing a video right now, but well, why not? Do it when I can and when I feel like it. That's the other thing. It's been a very busy week for me watching my granddaughter, watching my grandsons, and, you know, doctor's appointments and, you know, different things. We're going to be going up to the clubhouse where I live. We have a clubhouse at our 55 plus community, and we're going up there. They have a beautiful pool table. So we're going to go up. We're going to play pool. Going to have a few drinks. We're going to eat. And my daughter, who is a pastry chef and a cake decorator, that's what she does for a living. She's going to be making me. I asked her for a vanilla cake with a pumpkin and some leaves on it because of the fall, which is my favorite time of year. I'm very excited. That should be fun. We're bringing the grandkids there, and they can run around, and we can all just sit around and enjoy ourselves and have fun, and they won't make a big mess at my house. It's going to be perfect. We've gone up there and had a few, you know, small ones when my brothers come to visit. We go up and play pool and things like that. And we've had a few big parties, too. We had a big Christmas party the first year we moved here, because it was after COVID and nobody had any parties for a couple of years, and we were dying to have a party because when we lived in our other house, we had a pool, and we used to have parties all the time, at least 2 a year, one at the beginning of the summer and one at the end of the summer. So this is beautiful. So this is Niagara Falls. So I could put this here, which I think I might, and then this picture, I'm going to find somewhere else for it. Oh, and look, they have the boat, the Maid of the Mist, We did that with our children. We took them when they were teenagers. We had a camper and we stayed in one of the, I think it's a KOA campground that's that you can camp at for Niagara Falls, and we just had a blast. We did that whole Maid of the Mist thing. We didn't do it this time. We did other things. And we plan on going back again, so. There's a really fast boat ride you can take that we wanted to go years ago and we never did, and then we forgot about it this time. I would have went. So the next time we go, we're going to try to go on that fast boat ride that they take you on the river. It'll be beautiful. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to stand up for this, and I see a little tiny piece there. We don't want to glue that underneath. So, Niagara. And this is shiny paper, so it's easier to get the glue off of. So I'll burnish that down. Let me see, it looks like it's a teeny bit crooked. All right, there we go. And now, see if we can get falls on there. Same way. I love that. I love the font on this. Very cool. And that I took out of the book. All right, Niagara Falls. And I don't mind if it goes over that map there. That's fine. And actually, I'm looking at it. This looks a little bit crooked. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I love it. Oops, I just used my wet one, but good thing it's both of them a shiny material. It's fine. All right, just want to make sure those edges are down, because that's where they always want to pop up. All right, so that's beautiful. Here we are at the end. I'm thinking that might be nice. I'm going to trim this up. I don't like the top of that. It doesn't look right to me, so I'm going to cover it up with this word, which is fine. And I'm going to trim this word out in one of the blue colors. Coastal. That's beautiful. I hope you can see me, what I'm doing. It's a little crooked. This is such thin paper. It's really hard to get it just right. So let's see, what color do we want? Do we want to trim it out in that color, or maybe the dark one? Since there's dark here and dark there, that might go good. Coastal. Nah, it's too dark. Gonna go with this light one. All right, so again, I'm gonna try to use the straight edge of the paper to help me out. And then we'll just, we don't care about the end of the paper, but we'll keep it because we can reuse it somewhere else. And I'll try to trim that up. And that I can use to trim out a word as well. Take all of this stuff and toss it in the barrel. My fingers are so sticky right now. That's what happens when you're crafting. You get sticky. And that's the fun part about it. So if you get a chance to do some crafting, it's so relaxing. It really helps my stress levels. I tend to be a worrier. My husband said to me last weekend, I was fussing about something. He's like, you worry way too much. And it's true. I do. But I can't help it. That's just my personality. But, you know, this is the kind of thing that helps me to relax and to stop worrying. Because when I'm doing this, I'm not worried about anything. I'm just having fun crafting. And if you've never tried it, give it a try because it really does help. Okay. All right, I've gone really thin with it, but that's okay because I only needed to just trim it out just a little bit. It didn't need to be big or anything like that. That's pretty. Oh yeah, that looks nice. All right, so let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Put all that in the trash. Move this aside, and I'm going to just put that right over that because I don't like that at all. All right, so here we go. Let me stand up so I can make sure I get that right. Coastal. And I think it could go down just a teeny bit more. I think I'll move it up. Right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, visually, that looks better to me. I did not like the shape that I had cut that. So, looks like we've gone through everything. The only thing I haven't done is put these fish and this whale in. That's a cute little whale, isn't it? I think I'm just gonna like fussy cut around him. Yeah. He's very whimsical. And then we'll just, I just thought he was adorable. You know what? This came in the mail on an envelope. And I'm like, oh, I need that. uh, Yeah, I feel like this could, I think that will go right there. I like it. Although, you know what? That's Lake Erie. No, it's got to go on something that's more ocean related because there's no whales in a lake. What's this one? Yeah, let's see. Well, we've already got a fish there, so let's keep moving. That might go right there. Oops, it's a little sticky on this paper. Here we go. All right, he's going right there. And I don't know where these little fish are going. Oh, he's so cute. All right, paper to paper. All you need is glue stick. He is cute. Then you could put a little picture there, or you could put a picture, you know, stuff something in there, write about it there. Very cute. All right, what do we got here? Oh, I love this. Thinking one of these might go right there. Maybe both of them. I think that's where they're going. I hope you don't mind, but I got to trim these out again. This paper is so easy to cut. It's kind of ridiculous. It's so soft. Like, it's this magazine is like so thin. It's like, I don't know how they get it this thin. It's crazy. But I'm going to use it. I don't like the way I just cut. Oh, it's all right. Okay, so let's use this paper. There's a lot of glue over there. I got to stay away from that. But I love to, I'm going to use these fish, and that means I have used up everything that I had cut out of those magazines. All right. I notice that when I'm making these journals, I seem to have a tendency to find just the right amount of stuff to go into them. Because most of the time, I use up almost everything that I took out to use for these journals. And it happens to me time and time again. And I'm glad that I'm able to gauge things like that. And I love to use up whatever I can. I am in the process of organizing my craft room. It has turned out to be quite a project, and I'm only halfway done. But when I'm done, I'm going to give everybody a little tour, and I'm going to be so proud of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it clean, but I'll keep it, I'll at least try to keep it clean up until or at least until I do my um, tour, and you get to see it all. I'm not sure how to videotape one of those. My brother said that one of the shorts I put on, I was like videotaping and I was going around the room way too fast and probably making people dizzy. And I apologize, but I am not a videographer. I am not a professional photographer. I'm just a crafter having fun. I'm really, really enjoying this. I mean, I wanted to start a channel for a few years, and I was always afraid that I wouldn't be able to do it, and if people wouldn't like it, or all that. But you know what? I just decided I'm just going to do it, because this is something for me, and I really enjoy crafting, so this kind of makes me craft, because, you know, people are watching and waiting for the next video, so I've got to come up with some new ideas, and I've got tons of them. So I have no shortage of content. I've got enough to keep me and everybody else busy for the next couple of years. I see that there's a bunch of glue on this picture because I'm using a different light. I bought this really cool light at Walmart in the clearance section. It's this little skinny little light that flips open. You plug it in, it's rechargeable, and it comes with 3 different light settings, and it's working beautifully. I love it, and I don't have to attach it to my desk. That was the other bonus. I love those fish there. So let's go ahead. I've decided I am not going to put those gold stickers in. I will do that off camera, and may have to do another flip through, but this is part of my Final Touches series. I don't know why I have glue all over this book. I think it's because when I was making this little pencil pen holder, I think I left the pen in there while it was drying, and it just got glue all over it. But right now we're going to quickly go through and see what we did today. This was all set. This we ended up putting in a flyer, and I have some whales on there, and these are some of the wood carvings, or the wood birds, the seabirds. And then I just put this little, see if I can find my magnifying glass to see what this actually says. Oh, let's see. Can't really tell. It's okay. I just like it because it had a little lighthouse on it. This is also another, this is that harbor cruise that it's called Pilgrim Bell, and it's a riverboat, and we want to go next summer to do that. So I'm going to put that in here to remind me. There's our whale watching one. That fits in there nicely. I put this beautiful sunset scene of the ocean. I'd still like to find a little word, and I will at some point. There's our picture at the whale watch. Put our little crab on there. I'm feeling a little glue right there. I could feel it when I touched the crab. Yeah, okay. Probably same thing here. I don't know what I was doing where I got glue everywhere here, but I did. So let's get it off of there. There, and that'll dry clear. You won't even see that. I just love the way that looks. Okay, that's our map of, that old map of Canada. I thought I got this when we went on our trip to Canada. I really have no idea where I got this map, but it's so beautiful. I had to use it. And then these are the sea roses. Oh, I put a new crab on there. Love that. This is a flip out. I'll probably put something on here too. Maybe I'll just put a few photos in there. That would be kind of a nice little tuck spot. It'll be a little surprise spot. This is very thick, okay? And we put our lighthouse here. I love that. And we got this big lighthouse that's sideways, which I don't care. I love it. I'm just getting some of that glue off of there. Seeing more glue. Get off. All right, let's see what we got here. Cape Cod. We've got our seaweed. This is the view that we saw. It's the exact same view that we saw when we went to that lighthouse. Let's see. Find what you love in New York. That came from one of the maps. This came from the calendar, and I just love it because it looks like a watercolor. We've got our ocean birds. We've got lots of pictures of ocean birds, which I love. You can see more glue. Oops, I see more. There we go. I got a teeny little bit right there. Wipe it off. Okay, that's gone. All right, I'll use those to write and put pictures on. I like the seaweed. Got our ocean birds, the little piper. I put the fishing there. We had already put coastal because that's a little coastal cottage. We got our fish, more seagulls. This I love. It's a sailboat, and I've got the word sailing, and then we've got New York, and we have a lighthouse. Beautiful. Oops, I see a little piece of paper stuck in there. This is another pamphlet from Plymouth Harbor. It's for like going out on some kind of a lobster boat, and then I think they probably feed you a lobster meal on there. I think that would be something my husband and I would love. And here's Niagara Falls and the Sky Wheel in Canada. Another beautiful illustration of a seabird that someone would carve, and it has the dimensions and everything. I think that's kind of cool. It tells you the color of the eyes, and very neat. There's some more seaweed. Here's a side tuck, and this is that map that I put of my area where I live, which is right along the coast. And I even found our town seal, which is great. I think that's a great addition. I found the word summer. This picture is also from that recipe book that my brother bought me. And here's another. This is the front cover of the second signature. And then I put this beautiful scene. There was just too much map there. I just felt like I needed to. Oops, this is the corner tuck. But I think what I need to do is I need to trim that a little bit because it's pointy and it's going to get caught. So I'm just going to trim it off. There we go. All right, so we have this beautiful boat. Got the sand with the rocks. Oh, and this is my side tuck that I made from the calendar, which I totally love that. And then there's some more seabirds. A technical page. Love that. Put a little washi in there to stabilize. Both of these signatures were wobbling around, and I didn't like it, so I ended up putting washi tape on both signatures to really strengthen them so that they won't move. This is a beautiful lighthouse with that end paper. Oh, we've got a fishing vessel with our fish in the net. I love that. We've got our little crabs because you know that seagulls love to eat crabs. And then I have my Plymouth map. I'm going to try to... Yeah. That goes in there. Love that. My lighthouse. Oh, and I just love my 2 fish there. I think that came out beautiful. And then I put the sailboat there. I think that came out really nice. It's like a little air bubble. If you push it down, it'll be fine. And this is from that book about carving shorebirds. These are our double pockets, which I haven't put anything in them yet, but I'll find something to put in them. And I just love this whole spread. This is the middle spread of the second signature, and I love it. I used up that whole calendar that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I used almost every single bit of it. I have a few strips that I could probably use to glue on, but there's nothing left. I used it all. And then, oops, excuse me. And I love this word ocean because these are ocean birds. We have our beautiful lighthouse on a map. There's a little tuck spot here. Here we go with it. There's another tuck spot. This also came out of that recipe book. Put my cute little whale on there. And I've got up here, I love New York. I think there was something up here that I didn't like, so I covered it with that, which is what you can do with these books. If you don't like something, just cover it up. Who cares? It's your book. I just love that beach scene. Excuse me, I'm going to get some more juice. Getting thirsty from talking. And then we have some more of the lighthouses. We got a beautiful map. Oh, more seabirds. I love this little fish I put on there. And then I added this map, and it's Boston Harbor, which is great. And this is a little pocket. Here's a side tuck with a map and a lighthouse. Here's our cute little crab. I got crabs all through the book, which I love now. I only had a few before, but then I found that little magazine and had all those crabs. I cut them all out, and I got that word seafood from there, and it just goes beautifully. I love this page. And then I added this because there was just too much map going on there. And then I love this illustration of the little lighthouse. And this I left the way it is because I just love the look of that. Then we have Niagara Falls on this big picture that I had, that I mounted it on a map on top of a page from the calendar. It's very sturdy. And then this says New York State. We've got another lighthouse. And then here's the back. I still may find something to put over here, but for right now, I love it just the way it is. These are hanging on. It turns out that the hot glue was the one that didn't work. It failed, and these things popped off. The Fabri-Tac is what worked beautifully, and it's not going anywhere. So let me turn it over. This is my tassel that I had made, in case you haven't seen this. I used an old bracelet, and then these two pieces are from a necklace that I got for $1 at a thrift store. This is some fibers, and I just love it. It kind of reminds me of seaweed. That's why I think I love it. And then this is where I did the stitching. And it's kind of rough, but that's okay. I don't mind. And then I have the little tassels. Not tassels, these are charms. This is the tassel. These are the charms. And I've got starfish. That's an old pair of earrings, and I added some little tinkly bells. I love the sound of that. There's a sand dollar and then a boat wheel. And I just love the way this book came out. And now I just really love that. I'm glad that I found that and I put it on there. That just came in a sticker pack from Dollar Tree. And this Nautical Journal was made from a bag that was given to me. I was given a gift with this bag, and I said, I love this bag. I'm going to make a journal out of it. And guess what? I did. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of the gold stickers in there, and I may do one more final flip through of this book. But I'm so happy with it. I love it. And I want to thank you for coming to my channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the videos. And if you could, let me know what you think. If you don't want to comment on my channel, I do have an email that you could send me a comment in an email. And the email's on the description of my channel. So feel free to send me an email or make a comment. And I'd love to hear what you guys think. So thank you again. I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting.